Hi, this is your host, Larry Stevenson, on how to earn $4,000 to $360,000 in scholarships. This lesson is going to talk about, let's share some successes. Before we get into the successes, let's talk about expectations. The expectation is it will take you at least 100 hours to do everything we're going to describe. Now, that's about an hour in this course and about 20 hours preparing all the reusable materials, and then it'll take you about 80 hours to apply for, once again, 70 to 150 scholarships. But in that 100 hours, watch what happens. Let's assume you take 100 hours and you only get $4,000. That's $40 an hour. Or you take 100 hours and you get $15,000. That's $150 an hour. Or let's say you really get into it and you do 200 hours, but you get $150,000. That's $750 an hour. And that's not bad for a high school or a college student. It's not bad for an adult. Let's share some successes. One young woman earned $360,000 between her 13th and her 19th birthday. Now, yes, she had a 4.0 grade point average, and she had done everything we talked about. And she started when she was 13 years old. But $360,000 between her 13th and 19th birthday. One young man earned tuition, books, housing for 5 years of mechanical engineering school, and he did it all with a 3.1 grade point average. People think you have to be really smart and get really great grades. This kid started in 9th grade. He had a 3.1 grade point average. He knew three things. He wanted to go to the top school in his state. He wanted to get a degree in mechanical engineering, and he did not want to live at home. And he persisted, and he worked hard, and at the end of the high school, 4 years later, he still only had a 3.1 grade point average, but he had all the money he needed for 5 years at the top mechanical engineering school in the state for tuition, books, and housing. One 17-year-old boy earned $47,000 in 1 year. Now, I'm thinking that's not bad for a 17-year-old. His mother was very disappointed. She came to us and she was upset. We asked, well, how many scholarships did he apply for and how many did he win? And she said, well, he applied for 9, and he got 7 of them. And we thought that's pretty good, but she was still upset. So we finally said, ma'am, why are you upset? And she said he qualified for 148 scholarships, but he stopped at 9, and now I have to pay the rest. And we looked at her and we said what I'm now telling all the parents taking this course and all the youth taking this course. If you choose to stop at 9, then why should your parents have to pay the rest? Another success story. One single mother of 2 children in her 30s took 1 year and earned tuition, books, and housing for her junior and senior year of college. And she was not living in student housing as a single mother. In addition to that, she earned $98,000 for her graduate degree, which only cost $48,000. She used the other $50,000 to continue paying for food and housing and things like that. This course will teach you how to do that. And finally, one young man paid for tuition, books, housing, labs, fees, food, 2 computers because he didn't want to have an old computer when he finished, and airfare because he was living on the western United States and wanted to go to school on the east, and he earned airfare to cover his cost of airfare to and from for every major holiday and the summers. And in addition to all that, he earned $6,000 for dating. And if you have $6,000 for dating, how popular can you be? Now, these are just some of the stories of people who had success using these 5 keys that we're going to teach you in this lesson. And the key that we have found, you can too. So let's get started learning how to earn $4,000 to $360,000 in scholarship.